I'm Jeremy. This is my crib. Come on in. This is the main welcome area here. We've got some seating area. This is a space where we had planned on putting in a 600-gallon saltwater fish tank with piranhas and sharks and some other fun creatures. It would have been really useful when people don't turn in their assessment reports on time. You can kind of, well anyway, it was cut because of budget cuts, so we all have to make our sacrifices, I guess. This desk is really an unusual desk. It has some interesting properties. It was part of a Spanish frigate known as the San Aprionado back in the 1700s. And in the late 1740s it was captured by pirates and used as a pirate ship for a number of years before it eventually ran aground in a storm. And then fortunately we were lucky after that occurred to be able to reclaim some of these materials and repurpose them for this desk. So it's really been a nice, I think a nice feature for this area. One of the things that's really fun to do, and sometimes we get in the spirit of it being from a pirate ship, when people call, sometimes we'll answer the phone like this, sort of. Arr! Arr! Are ye looking for ye vice president? Oh, he be in a meeting. We'll have to have him call you back later. You know, things like that. So it's kind of fun to get in the spirit of the desk. Brings that ambiance to us all. So over here, this is our sitting area. Also our entertainment zone. So if you ever need news about Donald Trump, that's pretty much all it shows. So you can come over anytime and find out the latest. This is our student worker and graduate student employee area. So they come back here and have a nice space for them to work. One of the nice features about this room that you probably didn't know about, if you're in here meeting with a student and you don't really like what they're saying or something goes wrong, there's a secret switch underneath the desk that you can flip, and then it will sort of James Bond style eject them up through the ceiling, out of the building, out into the Union parking lot. So you just use that and they're gone. But actually I'm not sure which one of these seats it ejects, so we'll demonstrate that right now. This is our coffee machine. Makes about 4 kinds of coffee. Here's our refrigerator. One of the things you always have to show on cribs is what's in your refrigerator. So I'll let you take a peek in here. Let's see, we've got like half a bottle of iced tea. It's a little expired, it looks like. A jar of pickles. Okay, let's put pickle juice on the carpet there. Salsa. This is wellness salsa. I don't know what that's about. I also like to keep my rubrics in here. They keep them nice and cold and nice and fresh. You don't. That's a fresh one. You don't want to have old stale rubrics, that's for sure. So I like to keep those in here. All right. So this is our fridge space and student worker area. Let's go see if we could have a word with the vice president while we're here. Hi, Mr. Vice President. How are you today?
Fine.
So, are you busy?
Yeah. Give Daddy a Ferrari. I'm hungry. Can I have that? I love assessment. You're fired. Let's go play golf.
Okay, so that's the Vice President. You never know what you're going to get out of him, so I'm glad we had a minute of his time there to visit with him. So let's take a peek in my office. I'll show you what kind of things we do here. So this is, as they say, where the magic happens. So I have lots of interesting things in here. One of them is, this is my very first assessment report I provided feedback on, so this is a kind of a fun thing to keep around. Looks like, let's see what they had to say in their report. They said, "Look, we're pretty awesome. If you give us a bad review, you'll never get football tickets again." Then my feedback was, "Great job, keep up the good work." So I guess that worked out pretty well there. This is my old hockey jersey. I used to play goalie for the Penguins before I got into assessment. It says Flurry, but that was kind of my nickname on the team because I was a flurry of activity, always moving around real fast and stopping the pucks from getting in the goal. One of the things that you may not know about hockey goalies is they have to be really flexible. So I really, something I worked on for years and years, and I really have some amazing flexibility. I mean, you have to be able to get in all kinds of interesting positions to try to, things like that, block the puck from getting into goal. So it's an important part of being a goalie. So you might be wondering, what do we actually do here? Well, you're lucky. I've got a brief minute to show you what we do. Okay, so that's what we do here. So you've seen my jersey, you've seen the assessment reports. It's time to go. You need to get out of here. So you've seen the salt tank, you've seen the desk reclaimed from that Spanish frigate, you've seen our entertainment zone, but really you got to get going. So thanks for coming by, and don't come back. Okay, we'll see you later. Okay, bye.